Assalamu alaikum and hello again. Now we are solving the past paper for October-November 2018. It's paper 3. As you know, it's 2 hours 30 minutes, but we will do just only the data analysis part, which is the spreadsheet. As you see, paper 3 is concerned about data analysis and website authoring. Now, we should read the instructions, but we will not do it right now. Task 1, as usual, it is talking about the evidence document. You have to open the evidence document. Make sure that your name, center number, candidate number will appear on every page of your evidence document by placing these details in the header. So they are concerned to find this in the header. Go to Insert and Header. I will choose this with the 3 parts. I like it. Now click on the caps lock and write your name here, the center number, then your candidate number. Okay, close it and back. It's asking us to save this evidence file as Word processed document, so it will be as Microsoft Word file, and it will be in the name of N18 3 evidence followed by your candidate number. So let's do it. File, save as, and be careful to get word processing. And here I will put my fake candidate number, and yes, okay. Now let's back. Now in task 2, it is web page authoring. I will not do it right now. I will go and skip until I find page 6. In page 6, it is the task 3, the spreadsheet, which is the data analysis as in the header of your paper. Now, in here, we will find some notes. You are going to prepare a spreadsheet to calculate the storage capacity and sales price for each type of shed. Now use the most efficient methods to solve each task. This is critical note because they are looking for the most efficient. So you can solve the same question in many ways, but you have to choose the most efficient method. Okay. Display all currency values in dollars, 2 decimal places, the lengths in 1 decimal place, which includes the length, the width, height, areas in 2 decimal places, and the capacities or the volume to be in 3 decimal places. Okay, now let's find out question number 2. Using a suitable software package, load the file n183shed.csv. Add your name, center number, candidate number in the header or the footer of this spreadsheet. Now they are talking about spreadsheet and the most suitable software. It will be exactly the Excel. So let's go to the Excel, open the file, and in the view, page layout, and here I choose the header. I like the header, so I will write my name here. They did not say where to put in the header or footer. Also, it is not with an alignment, so I can also make it separate like this. I like to make my data in a separate way just to make it clear and more readable. Now back to the new, and here normal in the view. I clicked on normal, so my normal file has appeared. Now save this file as spreadsheet called shed underscore followed by your candidate number. Okay, file, save as. I have to be careful, it is Excel workbook. Now it should be as they asked me to, shed underscore Okay, now save it. Okay. Now after this, insert 5 new rows at the top of the spreadsheet. I just highlight the first 5 rows, right click, insert, so I have 5 new rows in one step. After this, they asked me in question 11, add these labels and format the cells to look like this. Sheila's steel sheds, and the other rows, just let me zoom it to find out. As you see, here it is bold and big, bold and italic, and I have here some $sign, and because it is cost of factor, it will be just only one single decimal place. Okay, let's do it. Now I have to merge from A to K here. Home, merge, and I have to write Sheila's steel sheds. Be careful, please, about the spelling. Sheila's. Okay, this is the first thing. The background will be gray, and make it big, bold, and be careful that it should be as much as you can in the same work as the question paper. As you see, it is aerial, it has no curve, it has curves, it has no angles. And now in A2 here, I have to make a crop for the top of row 2 and also for 5, as in the question paper. Now in A3, I have to write cost of steel per square meter. Okay, now I have to make the wrap, and like this. I should make it as it is in the question paper. Now, okay, in B3, cost factor, and also wrap. Okay, now these should be centered, and here I have to write 1.54 and 2.6 right here. Now the 1.54 in A4 should be in $sign, so I will choose currency, and I have to change the currency symbol just to be $sign. Okay, now it should be on the left, right, yes, and this one on the right should be bold italic, and also here bold italic. Now I should make it all fully visible to make my work in a good way. Okay, now this is the last one. Now I have done the layout, and for this I can click on save just to keep my work. Now enter a formula in the cell F7 to calculate the floor area of the shed in square meters. Now they are helping us by telling that the area is the length multiplied by the width of the shed. So I go to the F7 and I click just only on equal length multiplied by width. Now this is an area. I have to remember the notes up. Nobody will get your attention to remember these notes. So please keep in mind to remember the formatting notes. Now it should be in 2 decimal places, just like this. So it is 2 decimal places. What's the next question? It's talking about G7. To calculate G7, now you have to find the cubic capacity, which is apex height plus wall height. All are divided by 2 and multiplied by the floor area. So let's do it. The best way is just to write equal, and I open the brackets for the priority, apex height plus wall height, close the brackets, and divide by 2, multiply by floor area, which is F7. Now this is the cubic capacity, so it should be 3 decimal places. Now after this, I go to the next question, which is asking us to calculate the H7. Now it is the roof area of the shed. It is 2 by the length by the square root of the width divided by 2 all squared plus the apex height minus wall height all squared. Okay, so let's go. Now equal 2 by length, which is B7, multiplied by, I just write SQ and I can choose SQRT, which stands for the square root. Now I open another bracket for the width to be divided by 2, and to make as a square I just click on shift with the number 6 to have the power symbol, then I put 2 plus what? I have to open also another bracket and to choose apex height minus the wall height, close this bracket, and the last one for the square root. Now you can, I have to add the power of 2. Now I can also make, rather than using the power in this style, I can just write it as here, equal to multiplied by B7, then square root. Now I open, rather than to put to the power 2, I can choose power here. In the power, I can put C7 divided by 2, then comma with the number 2, which is the power, and plus also power, the E7 minus D7, comma to the power 2, and I close here the square root. Now by this, I can do my work in a good way. Now let's find out. It is the same result. Now which is the most efficient? The power is the most efficient because I am working on some function. So if I am in your place, I will choose the power function and I can put it right here. Now I have to be careful. Roof area should be just only in 2 decimal places. I can go to number and find out 2 decimal places because it is an area. In this exam, they are asking us to put the area in 2 decimal places. Now, after this, you have to save your work. Please carefully save your work and go to the next question, 15. Enter a formula in the cell I7 to calculate the surface area of the shed. Now, it is 2 by wall height by the length plus width by apex plus height, and finally plus the roof area. This is an easy one. It has nothing. You have just to translate this work as it is written. Let's do it. Equals 2 multiplied by wall height here multiplied by open brackets length plus width, length plus width, close it, plus the width multiplied by open brackets apex height plus wall height. Okay, close it, plus roof area. Okay, now it is an area. It should be in 2 decimal places. Save your work and go to the question 16 in page 7. Now enter in J7 to calculate the cost of material to make the shed. It equals surface area multiplied by the cost per square meter. Okay, equals the surface area multiplied by the cost. Now, if you please, we have to replicate now the data for these cells. I should be careful that A4, which is the cost of steel per square meter, should be absolute because the cost per square meter here is constant. It will be fixed price, fixed cost for all the styles. So I have to keep it in the absolute format. I should have the dollar sign before and after the A, and easily in the practical you just click on or press on the key F4 in the functions so you can make it an absolute. Here it is in dollar sign and 2 decimal places. It has took the format from the A4, the cost, so I can go smoothly to question 17. It is asking us to calculate the sales price of the shed, the cost of materials multiplied by the cost factor, rounded to the nearest, what? Tens, to the nearest $10. So in K7, the cost of materials, okay. Now here, it is equal the cost of material multiplied by, the cost factor. Be careful, cost factor also it will be absolute. It will be constant for all the styles. So I have immediately click or press on the function 4 in your functions keys. تمام. Now after this, I am not done. This is only the calculation. I have to round this down to the nearest 10. So simply I will go after the equals before j, and I write the name of my function round, and I choose round down. Here is my function, and this is my calculation to be rounded. After 4, I click on equals, and because it's talking about tens here, it is not decimal point. It is talking about tens, yani I want to see the ones in 0 and to round the tens, and it will be down. So I can make it as -1. -1 here in the round, it means to the nearest 10. Now, this is the sales price, but I have to be careful. They talked about anything which is in money or in uh, cost or price should be in dollars, and it will be in 2 decimal places. So I have to do it. Now, I will go and choose currency, 2 decimal places, and here the dollar. Also, I can just make it easier by clicking on this coast, click on Format Painter, then I choose my destination. Now by this, I have done question 17. It's very easy question paper. Now, in question 18, it's talking about the cell L7 to display the text extra large if cubic capacity of the shed. Let me zoom it. Enter in cell L7 to display extra large if the cubic capacity of the shed is greater than 14 meters in cubic and the floor area is greater than 7 meters in square, or if not, leave the cell blank. Now let's do it. I will go here to the L7. It has no title, as you see, and I have to go for if statement. Here it is, the if statement, and I go to the OK. I should make and function because I have now compound condition. The logical test here is compound. I have two things and they are linked by the and. Now it is here I should have if the cubic capacity, this one, which is G7, the cubic capacity, is greater than 14. And also, so I put on the comma, the floor area. Here, it is the floor area, greater than 7. As you see in this row, in apex, it will not work because floor area is less than 7 and also the capacity is less than 14. So it will be false. As you see here, it is false. So it will not write extra large. You have to write extra large in double quotation. Now what is the blank here? It means just I put the first double quotation followed by the second double quotation and nothing between them. This means a blank. Okay, so it will be blank, my result, because my condition here in the logical test, the result is false. So it will not write an extra large, it will write blank. Okay, now replicate the formula. As you see, replicate the formula entered in the steps 12 to 18 for each style of shed. Okay, let's replicate the easiest step here, and just by double click in the corner on the light on the right. Okay, just like this. Don't forget the condition here. Okay, we have three extra large, one for Haitian and also for Lima and Kenya. So I am doing good. Save my work and back to the next question. Save and print the spreadsheet showing formula. Make sure it is landscape. As you see that every time it's formula, it is landscape. And also to show the row and column headings because it is very complicated page or sheet. So we need to see the rows and columns. Also, the contents of the cells are fully visible. Now this is by default, they don't have to mention it, but they are helping us to tell. And landscape column heading. Okay, first of all I have to make it as formula, so please go to formula and show formulas. Then I have to make it as fully visible. The page layout, you can make it here as the page layout to be as orientation landscape, or you can just from the print preview. I can't make the print preview because I am not adding a printer. Let me add it, please.